Hello and welcome or welcome back. My name is Lily, and on this channel we're all about savings challenges, budgeting, and cash stuff. I have implemented my HELOC into my debt pay down strategy. I've had this HELOC for a few years now, but I wasn't really utilizing it. But now, after some research and talking with some other financial representatives, I have decided to start using the velocity method utilizing my HELOC. So as far as this, I'm not an expert on velocity banking or anything as of now, but I'm still learning. But there are a few YouTubers that I do watch to gain more information about that velocity method that I have implemented into my debt pay down strategy. I'll let you know their names. Fantastic Finance. It's Christy Van. She's an awesome young lady who explains everything to the T, so you'll be able to understand that technique that is needed to help pay down that balance fast. Another YouTuber is the Velocity channel. CJ Wallace, that's another gentleman that I watch. I love him. He's very funny, but he really gets down to business as far as explaining what you need to do to pay down debt, as well as using a HELOC or a credit card. Another young gentleman is Denzel Napoleon Rodriguez. He's very good as well. Very detailed, very thorough. You'll understand it if you look at those videos. So those are the YouTubers that I look at utilizing my HELOC. So I have a HELOC that is $50,000. It was at 8%. Now I noticed in the last couple of weeks it has went down to 7.5%. So that is better for me on this end as far as paying it down. I have currently put the majority of my credit cards on the HELOC. It was a total about $22,000. So I put all of my American Express on the HELOC and all of my Chase, and then I have a few credit cards that are not on there. I wanted to pay it down a little bit because I didn't want to go over $25,000. I wanted to, because they say it can still affect your credit if you go over too much. So I said, let me just start with half to see if it affects my credit any. But after I pay it down a little bit more, I'll add this $3,000 US Bank 1 to the HELOC. And then this US Bank 2, it does not have it's 0% interest as of right now, so I'm not worrying about that. So I'll let that stay, but eventually my goal is to put US Bank 1 over into the HELOC 2. So as of now, this is the numbers for October 2024. So there is another credit card that I'm using, and this is my working credit card, the Bank of America credit card. This credit card, I use it for all my bills that I can pay with a credit card. So my electric bill, my internet, electric, gas, the water bill, and cell phone. So all those bills that I can pay with a credit card, I will pay it with that credit card and then pay it off in full every month. So it will not carry a balance, but it is an active credit card that I'm using, but it will always have a zero balance. And then along with that, now you'll see the numbers that I have with the HELOC. So in the beginning, I was paying about $900 total for just credit cards, all these credit cards. It was about $900 that I was paying out every month. But now that I've implemented the HELOC, the most that I've paid with that $22,000 on there now is $300. So I started the HELOC back in like the middle of September. And then the 1st of October, I had a balance, but I did have a balance for September too. I think that was $200. And then for the entire month of October, the payment was $300. So I've saved a lot on that. So I was really happy about that. And I was able to save on interest as well as put more money to paying off that debt. So, so I've added the HELOC here, and the balance is 22. Like I said, I still have that mortgage and loan 1 and loan 2. So adding these two totals up as of now, and this is for October 24, my debt amount is $205,409.23. But let's look back at what we had for May. So for May, it was $213,614.90. For August, not a big difference, but you'll see the difference as far as those credit cards. I was paying all those credit cards and all that amount of interest. So now my spreadsheet is a little bit more simplified, and I'm only paying like one bill. So I consolidated everything, and it makes more sense. And then since August to October, my numbers have came down a little bit, but when I looked at it, it looks like the mortgage came down the most. So from August to October, it's like over $1,000 that came down. And I do pay my mortgage a little bit extra every month, but not like I was at one time. I was paying extra $300, but I haven't did that now. I'm just paying because I round up, and it looks like the mortgage is the one that's getting the most and being paid down the fastest, even though it's the largest, but it's being paid down the fastest, even with that extra $60 that I'm pitching in for the month. Again, in May, it was $213,000. In August, the numbers were $206,000. because I did pay off a lot of credit cards here. And then here in October, we're at $205,409.23. I'll put each paycheck into the HELOC. And then as my bills become due, I'll take the amount from the HELOC and pay my bills. And then when I get my second check, I'll put the entire check in there again, and then just gradually take out the bills that I owe. But there's still a cash flow that I have in there that's about $1,000. And that $1,000 that's left in there that I don't use to pay my credit cards is what helps to pay it down. So that's working. And again, I'm still learning. Check out some of those other YouTubers like I mentioned before, because they will break it down. You must be organized and plan in advance, because you can get off track and get yourself into some trouble. So please, if you utilize the velocity method with either the credit card or a HELOC, please make sure that you're prepared to be organized and plan in advance. It's a great technique. So it's almost like a large credit card that you have access to, liquid cash to utilize. So in some instances, it could be used for an emergency fund, but it's just up to you what your financial situation looks like.